right, so we had Shaquille Johnson on Smile Jamaica when he was at Wolmer's Boys School talking about drones, and he's back to talk to us about how we can actually use drones in times like these. Shaquille is currently at UTech studying civil engineering. Good to see you again. A civil engineer does what?
We mainly focus on road construction, talking about infrastructural development in bridges, sewer lines, that sort of thing.
Why you wanted to go there?
Well, since I was young, that's been my passion.
Yeah?
You know,
Why? What did you see
just
or read? Or?
A passion for the built environment, being able to design and actualize things from concepts, bringing it from design into reality.
Oh, but we're not talking about that this morning. We're talking about drones this morning.
Drones this morning.
You were suggesting that because we're kind of almost on a lockdown, something like this can help us.
Yes.
How?
So the use of drones worldwide, as I've seen it, it's good for a number of reasons, particularly transferring essential products from different points within countries. A good case in point is Rwanda, where a company actually transfers blood from a central point to 12 hospitals across the country. So I think applying that kind of technology in Jamaica may be useful, especially in this time. Maybe not now, but if there is an eventual complete restriction on movement, then it may be useful.
Yep. But we're not talking about drones like these, though, because
No.
they wouldn't have the capacity to carry any kind of weight, would it?
Right. No, not these.
So what are we talking about? How big a drone we're talking about here?
All right. So
it's not as big as like the army drones.
It can get to that size, but it's not necessary. So we're talking about fixed-wing drones that have wingspans of up to 10 feet. And we're talking about multi-rotor drones that have up to 8 or even 6.
We're looking at something here on screen here, but it seems like you only need bigger drones than even that, or no?
That may suffice for that particular use, which is just to transfer light medical products. But if you're talking about heavier payload, then you'll need larger scale drones, like the fixed wing that I'm referring to. That is actually a multi-rotor drone. That one is similar to a helicopter design. So it's good for a number of reasons, as you can see there: firefighting applications, utility inspection, disaster relief, and risk management.
So it's mostly like for companies and hospitals and stuff. You're not talking about a personal
No,
thing.
for domestic use or for recreational use, it's actually discouraged by the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority to attach any form of payload to the drone. There's risk for property damage and injury to civilians,
because
so it's not advised.
It might not, as I said, can't carry the weight and just fall.
So it needs to be engineered properly,
Yeah.
and it needs to be commissioned properly and within a legal framework.
I was just going to ask that. What about civil aviation?
All right. So there's no current regulation surrounding the use of drones, but what they have done is released a flight safety notification, which is available on their website, and it basically dictates the restrictions in terms of the altitudes that you can fly, relative space to aerodromes, airports. All of that is outlined.
And this is just for regular drones.
Users.
Right.
But they have different categories. So domestic users, recreational users don't need a permit. But if you're flying commercially, which according to them is if you're generating revenue,
which is what we're talking about here.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you'll need a permit from them. And it will require that they assess the design of the drone and ensure that it's safe for use. But as it stands now, there's no actual legal framework for that.
Yeah. You mentioned Rwanda. Anywhere else in the world that?
Yes, absolutely. There's the United States, United Kingdom. I've seen some in Switzerland. It's being used by governments, by private sector companies to...
Something like that, what you're looking at that screen, right?
Right. So that's food.
That's food, right?
There's also Amazon, there's Uber. A lot of major companies are taking advantage of these, right?
Okay. So you need first the size of the drone. You need the expertise to fly it, because these are unmanned, right?
They can be remotely operated by human operators, or they can be programmed to fly autonomously.
Right.
Yes.
Fantastic. So who would want to have these drones then? What would be the manufacturing companies, the pharmacies, the hospitals?
The manufacturing companies, the essential
so they could deliver
services.
To hospitals and pharmacies and stuff?
Yes. Certainly the military and law enforcement will also benefit from this kind of technology. Domestically, there's still room for improvement in terms of how it can be applied. But I think we should focus more on the essential services at this time.
Right. So the
Right, medical purposes,
medicines and stuff. You already said maybe not right now, but were it to be bought
Yes.
by the powers that be, how quickly you think this could start? Because COVID-19 is here and now.
Well, that's true. Permitting the legal framework be established by them, then yes, it could be rolled out within days.
We have
actually.
expertise of people who
Yes,
can
there are a lot of persons out here who have expertise.
to move things from one.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. We have those size drones in
Yes, we
Jamaica
do.
also?
We do. We do.
But that's just for personal, people just use them for personal use right now, I suspect.
Actually, no. Those are commercial and non-commercial users. So I usually make reference to the drone program of Caribbean Maritime University, which I think is an excellent program. There are other companies out there who do film and cinematography. There are companies who focus on other applications like agriculture. So that scale drone is available in Jamaica.
Okay. I didn't know we were using it like that. Good to see you.
Yes.
How many more years before you're a civil engineer?
As of this month, 3 more years.
So I can walk and say, you know, it's a great Shaquille designed this one. Good to see you. And good luck. Stay safe. Shaquille Johnson, engineering student at UTech. Make sure you wash your hands, right? Smile Jamaica comes back after the break. So come.